What is up, everyone? And Adam is here with, as you can see, a very dominating qualifying performance, 2 seconds ahead of the rest of the field. So I can already tell you that this is going to be one hell of a race. Anyway, it's been a while. I'm sorry that this was not out last week. If you saw the other video, I explained that I was in Germany and the flight was epically delayed, so I didn't get back till 3-4 AM. So it wasn't really going to happen getting the video out because I wasn't ready at all. So let's sit tight, get ready for the start with Fernando Alonso alongside of me. And there we go. We are off. Charlie Whiting has said we can go. And then move straight down in front of Alonso to stop him from getting past. That was a very bad turn. But just look at the speed Alonso carries out of this corner. It's insane. It's Rosberg. Just look at the speed both of them get on me. They're right on me coming out of that corner. But fortunately for me, this first sector was my major excelling point in the race. But then, oh no, not the second sector. That's not a good sector for me already. Off into the gravel, down into 6th position, but I cut off Sebastian Vettel because that's what all the pros do. Like Fernando Alonso, that's what they do. Epic fail there, jumping the curb. But yeah, let us talk about, as I make a bold move around the outside of Webber, I'll make it stick. Let us talk about the British Grand Prix with Fernando Alonso absolutely pounding Red Bull into the ground. Truly great race from Alonso. Can't take that away from him. Definitely was a great race for him. And definitely not a good race for McLaren. Lewis Hamilton killing his tyres, short on fuel. I think it was it 4th he still managed to get? Yeah, it was 4th. Still a good race, squeezing out Massa right at the line. But Red Bull really didn't have much answer to Ferrari, the British Grand Prix. The car just, it wasn't happening for him at all, was it? I mean, they did have the pace because he was still quicker than most other people, but I also think that I think they should have let Webber go through and held Vettel back. And obviously, from a title perspective, that's a bit of a stupid move because they want Vettel to win. But definitely, Webber was a lot quicker than Vettel towards the end of that race. He obviously wasn't going to catch Alonso, but you've got to keep both drivers happy at the end of the day, haven't you? I mean, I'm starting to think whether Webber is going to leave Red Bull at the end of the year. It seems like a possibility. It's an unlikely possibility probably because they are the best team and he's probably enjoying it there. But if they keep giving Sebastian everything and giving Mark like absolutely nothing, I don't know how long he will stay there for. I reckon it's going to be interesting to see how the teams switch around if they do. It's good to see old drivers moving to better teams and the new drivers joining. It makes it more interesting, I suppose, but you don't want to see anything stupid going on. Like, you don't want to see Karthikeyan in a Ferrari or some crazy stuff. That wouldn't work. He'd either crash or finish last anyway. He's terrible. Absolutely terrible. Anyway, here I'm trying to get around the outside of Fernando Alonso. I've definitely got the drive off this corner as Joe Dacey signs on. And I've definitely got the drive on him there. Out braking around the outside. That's the corner where Alonso parked it in the Canadian Grand Prix, where he completely cut across the front end of Jenson Button and put himself on the curb and couldn't get back off again because it's a strange boy, Alonso. Look at Rosberg. Look at him go, 2.5 seconds in front. He is really going for it this race. Never thought I'd see the day a Mercedes leads a race. Especially not in these years to come because, oh, they're bad. They are bad. Whoa! Big fail. Mercedes they are terrible. I mean, the British race, Michael was definitely a quick car, but he Still couldn't do much. Oh, and here we go. Skip to lap 5, and I'm trying to get past Alonso. Rosberg. I've squeezed him out wide, and there we go. That is me in the lead as I go on the grass for some reason. Control fail. And then, oh, that's bad. Don't know why that happened, but, you know, whatever. Skip to the end of lap 5 just for the cutting down of the video's sake. And I don't know what's going on here. Oh no. Oh. Luckily that didn't take much damage to the front wing. But that's lost another place to that's lost the place back to Rosberg, should I say. There we go, lap 7. To the end of lap 7. This is the pit lap. As you can see, I am right on Rosberg now, but he doesn't pit, he stays out on his old options, which is a very strange move. Pitting very late, considering the tyre wear. I mean, my tyres are orange, nearly red, they've been orange for a while. So I don't know what his are like. And here we go, repairing the front wing as well, even though they don't really need to. They don't exactly want them to, but that's what they do. 7 seconds, it's not too bad, I suppose. And that rejoins me in 7th. No, not even. No, 5th nearly. That's good. That is good stop there. And Sebastian Buemi up in 5th. Big beast. That's what he is. There's Davies keeps joining and leaving the party. What a mong. So now the race is really between me, Rosberg, and I think Alonso. We were the top 3 at the time, I believe, and the race is just between us because whoever has the fastest pit crew and whoever can get away and has the fastest in and out laps is going to have the lead. There's Kobayashi in front of me. You gotta love Kobayashi. I know I do. I do love Kobayashi. One of my favourite drivers, definitely. He's such a beast. He's so aggressive on overtaking. You gotta love him. You gotta admire his. It's the word I'm looking for. Well, it's almost like enthusiasm, but you gotta admire his extreme. Well, I suppose it's understanding of the sport as well, knowing what he can and can't do. But there we go, Rosberg's pit, and I have absolutely smashed him out of the pits. That just shows you that he should have pitted when he had the chance. And now I have the fastest car out on track and about a second lead, and we're only on lap 9. So this is looking very good for me now, as I'm setting constant fastest laps of the race. I am quite easily the fastest car on the track, and oh, view change, double TF. At this point in the race, as you can see, Rosberg is not a speck on the map. You can't even see him. This is lap 15, as you can see. And there you go, Rosberg is 10.2 seconds behind. I have just demolished them, so I decided to start changing some cameras around and see if this was any good, and it was an alright lap. I mean, it's pretty slow compared to the other ones, but considering I don't use this camera, it was alright. It's very awkward to see because you can't see where your front wing is, so judging the braking point is a bit more difficult than using the camera I generally use. And you get the hang of it eventually. I suppose if I did some practice laps with it, then I get the hang of it. But generally, I stick to the other camera that I normally use. So yeah, this lap isn't exactly quick compared to the other ones. You can see there, that sector's 1.4 seconds off my fastest time. And there's Rosberg, 10.6 seconds behind. So even though I'm going 1.4 seconds off my pace, I'm still going 0.2 quicker than Rosberg around the lap. So this is definitely just a dominated race by the Lotus. The Lotus boys have done a banging job with the car. And you're wearing my traditional Canadian helmet because I wear the flag of the track that I am at on my helmet. So where are we now? We just skipped ahead. Lap 20. And this is... well, this is just it really, isn't it? I mean, that is Timo Glock in front of us, I believe, or Degrassi or some crap. Yeah, it's Timo Glock. That is the first car I have ever overlapped in an F1 race on the game. And then the game gives me some shitty penalty for some reason, so I'm just like, ah, fuck that. Not having that. Sorry. Don't know why he gave me a penalty for that. That is crap. I mean, I was slightly rubbing against his wheel because I was trying to overlap him, and he wasn't giving me the room. It's his fault, not mine. So I wasn't taking that as a penalty. I mean, I probably still won the race even with it, but you know, not going to disagree with the game. Wait for F1 2011 to come out. They better include DRS and KERS in that game, otherwise I won't be very happy. It's like the biggest point of the season, biggest element of this season. They don't include it. Might actually have to go to the Codemasters headquarters and verbally express my broken heart. There's more cars to be lapped up there in front of me. And Kovalainen's not far in front of me there. Lap my teammate. God knows how far Rosberg behind us at this point. As you can see, it's a Lotus in first, and it's a Mercedes 2-3. What is going on? Nico Rosberg and Michael Schumacher second and third. Some crazy stuff going on this race. As Chandok gets in my way as well as I'm trying to overlap him. Tell you what, backmarkers do not like me. 27 minutes this race. It was around 28-29 minutes. It was definitely a very fun 28 or 29 minutes. I had a lot of fun driving this track. Canada is definitely one of my favourite tracks. And then, whoa, drifting. I can't quite hold it together, but whatever. What does it matter? We'll let the back markers back through. We'll carry on again. Put the engine into cruise. This was really what it was like for me towards the end of the race. There was really no hassle at all. I'm 11 seconds off my sector time now. We might see Rosberg coming into the picture now. So there we go. Rosberg's 10.6 seconds behind again, and I dropped 11 seconds. That means he was 22 seconds behind before that crash. Well, outing wasn't exactly a crash, but here we go. Around the final corner for a dominating win and 2 wins in a row. Goes over to the pit wall to celebrate with his crew. Ah! And that's 2 wins out of 2 for Lotus. It's a great win. Starts first, finish first, and just to sweeten the deal, I get a sexy little 10G achievement. Nothing beats a 10G achievement after winning a race. Surprisingly, I'd never done that before. So there we go. Rosberg and Schumacher finished second and third. Webber, Vettel down in 5th. That's not going to be good for his championship. 6th Button. God knows where Hamilton was. And look at the championship now. 97 points for me. I'll skip that a bit quickly. But Vettel is first with 103. And I think it was Alonso second with 102. And I'm on 97. Title race is definitely heating up. So join me for the next round in Valencia. And I will see you then. So remember to rate the video, comment the video, and subscribe if you aren't already. Thank you for watching F1 Fridays, and I will see you next week.